Hey everybody, this is Ko and Karaya, and today one of the things we're going to find out is the fine line between toilet humor and flirting.
The what? That's I do. Okay. I never expect those two together, but all right. Okay. And mine is more in a serious note. How would you feel if they tell you that your own kid cannot attend your own wedding?
Oof. Well, we're going to find out
Mm.
that and more in a couple of minutes. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone, to Ko and Karaya. We're on our next episode. Thank you for sticking by. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching the first one. And if you haven't, go ahead and watch it. Remember, comment, like, and subscribe. Can't forget to do
Yes.
that, right? We're going to be starting with our first story. Let's get started with a story in the column of, or the subreddit of TIFU. Today I effed up. I won't say the bad word this time so I don't have to edit it out.
All right.
All right. What's your story coming from, Karaya?
Oh my God! It's those advices on the No, it's that I am the asshole. I'm sorry, a hole. Oh my God!
We can say that
You'll
word.
have to edit that in just in case.
We can say that
Oh,
one
you can
actually.
say that one.
Yeah.
Now I find
Yeah.
out.
Asshole.
A hole. Yeah.
All right. Let's get this started then. So, first story comes from, like I just said, Tifu, right? Today I effed up. That word I can't say. So it's Tifu. Today I effed up by not recognizing the signs of a woman hitting on me. And let me tell you right now, super relatable.
Okay.
I'm oblivious to all those things. I always have been, always will be. All right.
Okay.
Let's get the story started. Haven't been out of the house in a while. WFH, which means work from home. Relatable. I work from home too.
Okay.
And went out with my brother to a local bar that we used to go to all the time when we were younger. I needed to, and it just says this, sorry for the toilet humor, I needed to piss. All right? I needed to piss, and this bar has a men's and women's shared bathroom. It doesn't say shared, but we know it's just shared from context.
Okay.
The men's is almost always occupied, so I snuck in. Oh, actually, it's not a shared bathroom. So I snuck into the women's to take a quick piss. Now it makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
When I exited, an attractive woman jokingly gave me, and I'm gonna have to beep this word, jokingly gave me about pissing on the seat. I rolled my eyes and laughed and walked back to my seat. About 10 minutes later, she shows up and joked about how nice it was that I didn't piss on the seat and how nasty girls could be. While she was doing this, she kept leaning into me and putting her arm around my shoulder, joking about how much of a gentleman I was. I just laughed it off and eventually she left. But now that I'm home, I think I just missed out on a girl that was interested in me but chose to approach in a weird way. Ladies, did I F up and should I go back? TLDR, I might have missed the signs that a girl was trying to hit on me or the girl was into me. Thoughts?
Okay. First, awkward.
Very awkward.
Like,
Why you start with toilet stuff? Like that's the whole thing here.
thank goodness I thought you were gonna talk about the poop emoji. If like bowel movement smells are gonna like this was a kind of milder. I cannot imagine me the second number two experience and you're smelling all that and the woman tries to hit on you. That would be worse.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Imagine in the stall next to you.
Yeah.
Hey, so how are you doing, buddy?
That, you know, I think the whole thing here is intimidation.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, like men are not used, and depends how their self-image is. If they have like some issues going on with their image, they don't think some men, not average, normal men, normal looks, cannot imagine themselves being hit on by a very very gorgeous woman, and it happens, not obviously I don't fit into those conventional standards of like being pretty or whatever, but I have,
Maybe not to yourself,
yeah,
but to other people, obviously you do.
mm,
No,
dep-
no. We
de-
spoke about this first episode,
de-
right? You have someone that loves you
oh
regardless,
yeah,
right?
but that's,
So there you go.
but it could be debatable, but I can
The
just say,
you're speaking about conventional. I don't know. I
yeah, yeah,
think
conventional, like,
yeah,
like Miss Universe, whatever. But I have friends that seriously, they are still today, they are beautiful. And I remember that they used to like try to hit on some man at the bar, whatever, and they were intimidated. You know, we're talking about women that are secure, that they know what they want, and when they go to the hunt the other way around, men tend to feel a little bit intimidated. I think this
yep,
is
yep.
was the case. The guy didn't know because he never thought of really he was intimidated from. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
No, no, that's correct. Like, so I haven't been single for, let's say, I think it was already 12 years. So it's been a while.
Oh
All
wow.
right, it's been a long time. But in the past, when I was single, I could never tell. I could never tell. That's basically me. They could be hitting on me left and right, and I would always be like, "Oh yeah, you're really nice. Like you're so nice to me."
Oh
I'd be
my.
like, "Wow, such a cool friend." And then later on, I'm talking years later, I would be like, "Oh wait, she was hitting on me." I would literally be that oblivious. I would not tell. I
Oh my
couldn't tell, and I'm
god.
still like that. I cannot tell. I
Hey,
can't tell if someone's like trying to hit on me.
have you seen this episode with Nicole Kidman and oh my god, this comedian that he has a night show? Oh my god, I know that I've seen it. He's a germaphobe, a known germaphobe.
A known germaphobe.
A known
What's his
germaphobe.
name?
Oh my god, he has a talk show. It's a talk show that is right now onward. He used to make movies and whatever. And I know I forgot his name, and I know he's very famous, but I have ADHD, so things flow out of my mind. But I remember that on the video, she's just telling him, "I had a crush on you," and I
Oh,
tried.
Stephen Colbert.
No.
Is it Colbert? No, it's not Colbert. I know what you're saying. I know what I get it. Okay,
Jimmy,
continue. Sorry.
Jimmy.
Is it Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon, yes.
There we go. Okay.
Fallon,
Okay.
Fallon.
Yes.
Right, he made
All right.
movies, you know, he's a kid comedian, whatever. So she's in the talk show and she's trying to tell him, "I used to have a crush on you." And he was like, "That cannot be. That cannot be. That cannot be." And he was like oblivious. And then she's like, "I try to hit my shots and you were like uninterested." And he's like,
I mean,
"I couldn't have a chance with you."
he really lost on that.
Yeah,
One.
like, oh my god.
I think I remember seeing that. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
And what you said earlier was so important. Sometimes we don't have that confidence to believe that that's happening, right? So, like someone, let's say, like you said, a scenario with a gorgeous woman comes up to you and they're all like, "Oh yeah, like just flirting with you," and they're probably being obvious that it's happening, but you don't have that self confidence in yourself that you're saying, "No, that's not happening." You're just saying, "No, that's not happening." She's just being a normal person.
She's just being nice to you.
Yeah.
You know, a woman like that will never lay eyes on me. You know.
Yeah, that's what we tend to think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or at least a lot of men. And then there's the other spectrum of men that have too much confidence and think that everyone's hitting on them. That's the other spectrum. Tell me you've had an experience with that.
No, but I had with the opposite, but it's just some girls that they're, and that's one thing, because they're so confident, but they just exude that confidence, even though conventionally they're not as conventionally beautiful for by standards of some people. Let's say Eurocentric standards. Even though she had the most handsome man on her butt, I'm like, but how is she doing that? It was the confidence.
Confidence speaks. Yeah, it speaks volumes.
Exactly.
I love confidence. I love that.
Yeah.
That's something that's, if you have confidence, it says a lot about you, right?
Yes.
And it's hard to have confidence 24/7. It's just,
yes.
I would say it's impossible to have confidence 24/7. We all have something that we want to change in ourselves, and that lowers our confidence.
Yes.
But there are some people out there that they can turn it on like that, right? And then unfortunately, there are others that cannot turn it on as quickly. But I find it attractive. Yeah, confidence is very attractive.
Yes, exactly. That's what I like about my boyfriend is his confidence. Just well, he was confident enough that he waited more than a decade. Like I
He
didn't
was
bet. I
tirando
didn't.
maíz.
Yeah, tirando my. He didn't like. He was, and I thought that really he was joking because he dated a person that was beautiful. You know, white skin, green eyes, blonde hair. She looked like a typical model, right? And
Mhm.
then what I thought was a downgrade, right? When he like started like dating me, and then I said, you know what? Beauty is subjective. You know,
It really is. Yeah.
exactly. So maybe for that guy that thought what a gorgeous woman was like hitting on him and he was oblivious. Maybe for that gorgeous woman, he was I don't like that rating, but for her, she's like, oh, that guy is handsome,
Yeah. I
right?
mean, to be honest, it's a lot of factors. It's not just well. That's a good point you make because a lot of people I feel they do look for only like physical beauty,
Yes.
but I think I've spoken to you before as well that I don't really care as much as that. Obviously, it's the first thing you see, right? And it is important that you nobody can say it's not important, right?
Yes.
It definitely is to a degree. You have to find them attractive to a degree, but you also have to because in my experience and probably in yours too because we have a like mind, right?
Yeah.
So you want to spend a lot of time with this person. It's
Yes.
not like something like I just want to do it and I'm done, right?
Mhm.
So when you look for a partner, you look for someone you can live with, and if they're not beautiful on the inside too, you're really not doing anything. You're just setting yourself up for failure
Yes.
very very early on,
Yes.
not by being
Yes.
superficial.
So for this guy, next time, just have a little courage and said, am I getting
Yeah.
mixed signals? Are just being nice? Because in today's society, we don't know either. We maybe it was that too. Nowadays,
That's true.
if you hit on someone, it is what it is. With all the things that are going on, women are gonna be careful too. But maybe the other side, well, she's hitting on me. I don't know what's going on. So, but next
There's
time,
a fear, yeah.
yeah, there's a
Definitely.
fear. But next time, just in a respectful way, try to corroborate that this is what's going on. If not, okay, chill. But if it was, you lost a chance right there.
Yeah, and I feel like there's also people that don't take that well, right? I mean, I don't have any experience in it, like I said, but I feel like if so, I would be the kind of person to be direct, right? I would be like, I don't know if you're doing what I think you're doing,
Yes.
so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that they find that to be like, hey, that's way off. Like, it's scary to ask, first of all,
Mhm.
and then also there are some people that don't receive it the right way. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, you think I was doing this? I was just being nice, right? So there is fear. There's a lot of fear involved. And then flip the script, women to man, right? So a man is flirting on a woman. It's a little bit more obvious because men, I'm just going to say, we're stupid sometimes. We're stupid and we make it way too obvious, okay?
Oh my God.
And-
Don't say. Not all
there's
of
also-
you guys.
That's true. There's also a danger, right? Because women have to be a lot more careful in these situations, right? You have to always cover your drinks. You have to always, especially in bars, right? You have to
Yeah.
always be cautious of that. And there's a lot of fear.
It's when the roles reverse that it's like obviously men. I'm not saying all of you. I'm just saying that like what people think as a standard.
Mhm.
That men are the ones that pursue.
True,
They're
true.
the ones that like they say like that DNA engrave that you're hunters and you just like you're not
Yeah.
on the lookout and you're the ones that like go first and hey what's your name and then start a conversation and when
Yeah.
it's the other way around it's like intimidation like oh my god what's going on because the roles have reversed completely and they are the ones that are being chosen.
It's also definitely generational too, right? So if you think about it, through generations, it's been, I think millennials have, so my kid taught me this word, Riz,
Mhm.
right? The Riz, do you know what that means, Riz? Like,
Oh Lord.
it's like babilla, like
Seriously,
Yeah, it's like
that's how
getting.
it's called now. And I have a
Yeah.
and I have a Gen Zer in my house.
You have to ask your Gen Zer, all right? It's called
Uh,
Riz. So now millennials, I believe, are the worst Riz havers, if that's how you say it. I don't know. Come for me in the comments. I
we
don't
don't
care.
have the guts.
Yeah, we don't have the guts
We don't.
because we're in between, especially in the men category. We're in between trying to make women feel more comfortable when they're going out, but also wanting to be able to do that in an approachable way. So
Okay.
our riz is lowered very much, right? If you're a good guy, right? If you're a bad guy, you don't really care about that because obviously it's case by case.
Yeah.
And then there's the baby boomers and the what is it, Gen X? Yes, Gen X.
Gen X.
They're more like, okay, I'm gonna go, like you said, right? Like they're more of like the hunter thing, like I'm gonna go for it. I don't care how I look, but it's also case by case.
Yeah, like boomers and Gen Xers, because Gen X, I think my mom is Gen X and my dad, it will be considered, I think, it will be like those younger boomers, I think. So they're on that range right there. Now that I'm a millennial and I have a Gen Zer, well, I had two Gen Zers.
Yep.
And now the new ones are like Alpha is the new ones.
Ah, I hate that. I hate the alpha thing. I don't like it. Oh, you're talking about the new the generation. I thought you were talking about like the whole
The new
what's his name?
generation. The new generation, I think, is Alpha. I think is the new one.
I have no clue, to be honest with you.
And I think I have two Alphas in the house because they're like the youngest one. 12 and the other one is 11, or they're like Gen Zers too. I don't know, like on the, like we are like older millennials or younger millennials, right? That's what we
Yes, I believe we are. Well, we're considered a little bit older millennials.
Older millennial, yes, exactly,
yeah.
It's a generational thing. Like, now women are more empowered and they feel like more open to do more stuff. I mean, all aspects of life, and one of them is like pursue like a romantic interest, and I think men in general are not ready for it because we're used.
Really is,
So it's just gonna take a little bit of time. Yeah, time. This new generation now, they don't care. It's so awesome.
It's all about having riz. That's what it's all
about. Like seriously, I have seen it. I work at a middle school, and you see how kids, how they do it, and you're like, I wish I was like that in middle school. That's so awesome. Like seriously, like, oh my god. So yeah, God, next time, in a respectful way, we got a little bit of confidence and said, hey, I don't know if I'm misinterpreting things here, but what are you meaning exactly with what you're saying? And if the person said that it's just being a friendly encounter, it's like, yeah, I just want to make sure where this is going. I think most women that are emotional, mature, will understand, and they will not take it into bad heart if you're trying to clarify what's going on and where to go in this conversation. You just, so everybody's on the same page,
100%. I agree with that. Yep. Gotta have more confidence, dude. All right. Let's move on. Let's hear your story.
Oh Lord, let me hold on. Okay, found it. It's right here. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna read it now. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to have a full child-free wedding? Oof. And I'm gonna read it. So I recently proposed to my long-term girlfriend, and we're planning for a wedding in the summer next year. Everything is still very early stages. My fiancé has expressed that she wants a child-free wedding, which I'm all down for, but I want to make one expectation. Imagine it's like my son, who is 15. I had him for our previous relationship, and we had even split custody of him. Until now, my fiancé has gotten along great with him. Even had days out as family. She's gone to see his games. He plays ice hockey. And she even take him out on fun days, just the two of them. I brought up that I wanted to make an exception to the no kids rule for my son. She shut the idea down straight away and said that she didn't want anyone under 16. as she doesn't want to feel like she or anyone has to babysit on her special day. I told her that no one will have to babysit him. He's 15, and she knows he's well behaved and generally a quiet kid. She then changed her reasoning and asked why I wanted my old family alive on the day I was supposed to make a commitment to her and our new family. I told her while I'll be making a commitment to her, my son will still be very much be my son and my family.
Exactly.
She then equated to it wanting my ex and our wedding, which I do not and never asked. I told her that I don't care about the aesthetics of the wedding, that she can pick anything else, the food, the aesthetic, the music, the dress. What I want is my family at the wedding, my parents, my sisters, and my son. And this is only ultimatum when it comes to our wedding.
Hmm.
She started calling me controlling by giving me an ultimatum and said I had initially agreed to a child free wedding and now I'm gaslighting her. And that's in quotation marks, gaslighting her. I said we can have a mainly child free wedding, but this one exception, an exception that guests can even complain about being unfair since the only child is the son of the groom. She called me a D word, DICK, and now not talking to me at all. I think this is a reasonable want, but maybe I'm not seeing something. So, am I the asshole?
Absolutely not. Listen, what the hell? This is his son, right? Or is it her son? Well, I got the roles.
No, 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 the guy just, from a previous relationship. The kiddo, come on, he's 15 years old.
Yeah.
I understand the child free thing going on, like people
Sure.
older than 16. I understand perfectly.
I
What
get
are
it.
your thoughts
Yeah.
there?
So that's the thing, right? I get the whole child-free thing. It's your wedding. It's a special day, etc., etc. But if I understood correctly, I get these things confused.
Yeah.
It's a couple. They're getting married.
Yes.
One wants kids. The other one doesn't want kids at the wedding.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So one of them that wants kids has her or his kid. Which one is it?
Is the groom the one that has the kid?
The groom.
15.
Okay, so
15.
his kid.
15.
And he's a 15-year-old. It's not
Yeah.
really. It's not really a kid. You know,
Exactly.
it's a preteen or it's a tween actually at that.
It's
point.
a teenager.
Yeah, and they're well behaved for the most part. They understand the ins and outs of what a wedding should be. They understand they don't need babysitting like she's saying, and it's literally an immediate family member. It's like, how can you exclude this person from that wedding? That's a
but
special
if
moment.
you see this part, which is the most interesting part that I found, and she said that I was supposed to make a new commitment to her and the new family. So I think I don't know if that's that girl's idea, but she thought, by a miracle of I don't know the universe, that he was gonna marry her, and then that's the new family, and the son was gonna stay in the past, like
Yeah, that's what
non
it sounds
communication, whatever. Like, no, you're starting a family with me, and with me, we're gonna have new children, and these new children are gonna be your kids, and the girl or boy, whatever you had before, that doesn't matter. That's not the case here. When you have a child, and even he's 15. That's your child. That's
Exactly.
your seed. Whatever you wanna. That's your legacy, whatever you want to call it. How you gonna deny your kid, which he is 15? We're talking only a year or maybe months away to be 16, and you're trying to say that your own kid cannot be in your own wedding because the bride has this delulu thing going on her head that she don't want children. And then she mentioned the ads. The girl's delusional. Yeah, the Lulu is strong in that one. And I'm sorry, I think if he hasn't, I think he should think about getting married to this
Oh,
person.
there's no thinking. He should just not get married to her. At this point, she doesn't want
Mm,
his kid. That's what's
yes.
happening here. And when you
Yeah.
marry someone, you marry everything about them, right?
Yeah, like see, right now it's like me saying to like my boyfriend, let's say for example, like I'm sorry, but if you're gonna come to this relationship, you just have to leave your two kids behind
No.
and just
Yeah, that's
take on
that's
my
that,
own. No, and I have four now. I have
yeah.
four. I have my
That's how
two
it
own.
is.
Exactly. You accept the person with everything that comes with the person. If you're
Exactly.
not willing to accept the person as a whole, do not marry that person. I'm
That's a very
sorry.
easy answer too. The
Yeah,
ultimatum of it's the kids or me. It's the kids. It's the
it's the
kids.
kids. You know,
It's the
the
kids.
kid was
It's
first,
immediate.
and you know, women
Exactly.
and or partners. If it comes to it, let's not make this like a gender thing. You know, people. The world is full of
Hmm.
people.
Hmm.
You know, if you cannot bring me happiness, you cannot accept me and my kids, his kid in this example. There's gonna be a lot of women that are gonna be able to
That's true.
thousands.
Yeah.
If you come
Of
and
course.
now with age of technology that you have access, so you know so many people and the connections you can make around the world and how easy it is now. You know you have to you have where to choose from. If I want
Yeah.
this, and that, and you're gonna like complicate your life with a person that if she's
Yeah.
showing those true colors now, I
Hmm.
cannot imagine if they get married and then she's like she gets pregnant,
Yeah,
starts
she's gonna
having,
push him out
she's
of the
gonna
life. She's gonna push him.
exactly and like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he's almost 18, you know. Yeah, it's just only 3 years short, and then he's gonna go away, and then
No.
he's not gonna have nothing to do with it, to his kid, and everything is gonna be peachy, and I'm gonna be like a bunny and have a couple of kids with him, and he's gonna forget about the first one.
Yeah. She's
Oh
delusional.
no, yeah, the Lulu,
And
the
here's the
Lulu.
thing. Even okay, he's 15, sure, or she's 15, but excuse me, 3 years. That's delusional too, right? Now with the current economy, it's not going to be 3 years. It's probably going to be much more. You know, now there are a bunch of 30-year-olds still living with their parents because that's the only thing that they can do.
I
It's
stopped.
impossible. It's almost
I
impossible.
lived with my parents until 2017. I lived with
Now,
my
honestly,
parents
that
with 2017, and
you
it's
can't do
sad.
anything else.
It was sad, but it was what I had to deal with. You know, economy was bad and whatever. And even my
Yeah,
daughter, you know, my daughter's almost 18, and we get the numbers, and she won't be able to rent by herself, and
yeah,
she
that's
won't
sad.
able to pay utilities and pay rent by herself. She's gonna stay with me. Yeah, she's gonna start working. You know, she has a
And then
disability.
she'll contribute, she'll help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, because she has a
yeah.
disability when they find a job according to her needs and whatever. But then
Hmm.
she's gonna contribute to the house as well. But she cannot live by herself, which is sad. So this case about the guy, and he says that they had joint custody. So the joint custody, if this kid decides to go to college, that's a commitment until he's 21.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
you know, just think about it. Not thinking about it like you said. This is not the right person. And
yeah.
next
It's an
time,
immediate answer.
and next time, just be mindful of the person that you're gonna choose to marry,
Oh yeah.
and just make sure that from the get go that you know, okay, this is what's going on. My kid is gonna be my kid, no matter what, how old my kid is gonna be. My kid is my kid, and my kids are
Exactly.
gonna come first. And
Yeah,
if the
hundred
person
percent.
and the person understands that, well, good. If not,
You know how many people out there
go.
cannot have kids? Cannot. And they want to, but they cannot have them.
Yeah.
And this guy has to find someone like that really wants kids but loves him also
Yes.
and will also accept that child in their life because there's no ultimatum
Yes.
that is going to be done in that case. There's always an easy answer to that question. Unfortunately, it won't be the case every single time because I'm pretty sure there are parents out there that'll be like, no, I choose the love of my life instead of my kid. Unfortunately, but it's baffling to think about, right? You would think and you would hope at the very least that everyone that's an easy answer, right? It's okay. Kids are you. It's gonna be kids,
Yeah.
100% of the
Yeah.
time. But unfortunately, there are cases where that's not the
No,
case. Right?
unfortunately, I can tell you that I know stories. And they choose the new wife, or even that new wife had previous children. They get
And they choose that.
they
Yep.
take care of the children, that they gonna have with that new wife, or the previous children that that wife had, the new wife. But
And
then
that's their new family.
they abandon the previous kids, and this guy doesn't want to do that. With pros to him,
Yes,
pros to
very.
him that
Yes.
he wants to like, come on. I know that you wanted to ask that question, but am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. And
He's not.
seriously, don't think. Just find another person that toss that one on the garbage.
100% agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
like come on, dude. Let's
Yeah,
do better.
that's
Our
insane.
kids are first. Our kids are first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. That's insane.
Yep. Hello. So here, I'm so happy because today Miss Universe made history in 2023. It's the first woman that is a plus size woman participating in Miss Universe, and it's a huge deal.
That's
It's
amazing.
a
Yeah.
huge deal. She's from Nepal and she is gorgeous. And I don't know if you watched it, but I was watching the preliminaries. What they get chosen, and I think it's filmed right now in Salvador, if I'm not mistaken, in El Salvador, and everybody was applauding so hard for her. She was like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was so happy. And nowadays, because now Miss Universe wants to be more inclusive, so they
Mhm.
they said that married woman, and no matter
Oh,
the
wow.
age,
I
you
didn't
can
know that.
still participate. You can still participate in Miss Universe, and
I
there's
didn't know you had to be single for Miss
yeah, Miss
Universe.
Single. You have to be single, a certain age, and childless. You
Wow.
couldn't be married, I think. And
I did
now,
not know that.
trans women, plus size. Obviously, you have to be over 18, but weight doesn't matter, and age now there's no age like limit here, which is amazing. I don't know if there's like an age limit. There's a cap to it, but that's to my
Mm.
understanding. So she is beautiful, and I'm so happy that finally plus size women are, because
That's
women
cool.
and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and there's beauty in every size. It's
Yeah.
not only health and beauty are not only reflected on thin individuals. So,
Yes, yes.
and I'm so happy. Like it made me so happy. And I want the one from my country to win, Puerto Rico, but I'm rooting for Nepal so hard.
I know,
I'm
right?
rooting
You have
for
the
her so hard.
duality there.
Yes, I'm rooting for her so
So
hard.
that's gonna change so many lives, and you might not think so. I mean, I know you know this, but it's gonna change a lot of lives. And viewers at home, if you don't think so, imagine all the people that we just spoke about this. We just spoke about confidence levels and about how people don't feel like they are sometimes good enough to be
Yes,
hit on.
yes,
At this point in time, this could change a lot of people's perspectives. All right,
yes,
it's
yes,
very important.
yes. And kudos to Miss Universe now for being more inclusive to all the bodies, and amazing. All women in every aspect of their lives, being mothers, being
Yeah.
older, or having the weight that aren't is not like just the standard beauty there, and they're making it happen, and that's so great, so great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really love this piece of news. We always try to share a little bit of good news here, right?
Yep.
Because we want to end on those positive notes.
Yes.
It's always good to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another thing we wanted to share with you. Awesome news. Thank you, Karaya, about the Miss Universe. That's honestly going to change a lot of lives. We here at Kayla and Karaya, we're very, very, very big advocates of mental health. We've talked about it many times. We believe in it so much. And we actually got some permission from this group called Hero Journey Club. I was actually in communications with them over Messenger and social medias, and they gave us permission to share this with you. And we really want to get this word out to you because this is an awesome program. And what it consists of is, if you're into gaming, or if you want to get into gaming, but you also wanted a space where you will feel heard, where you can do group therapy with actual licensed therapists. They have masters and sometimes even PhDs in this field. They can help you, and I believe the sessions start from $30, and they're weekly group sessions. This is amazing. You can join into sessions like from Minecraft, Animal Crossing, which is super popular, and my personal favorite, Stardew Valley. I love that game as well. And they host these group therapy sessions on those on a weekly basis on those games. How awesome is that? That's amazing. So please check out Hero Journey Club. I mean, it's affordable too, right? That's amazing to me. Like, that's one of the things that I was like, wow, this is just
Yes.
$30 for like
Here in the
80-minute
United States,
sessions,
yeah,
right?
affordable. I don't
Oh
affordable.
my God, yeah, it's so expensive to do it. And sure, you're not getting a one-on-one, but I mean, sometimes this is actually a better option. So I really recommend you guys check out Hero Journey Club. If you care about your mental health, or if you just want to find a really good place to meet a lot of good people and get better at
Yeah.
something, right? Go ahead and do this.
Mental
Go
health
ahead and do
matters.
this. I
Mental
highly
health
recommend.
matters.
Yes, it
Yes.
does. 100%.
But guys, thank you so much for being with us in this whole video. I hope that if you like what we're bringing to the table and you want to support us starting our new channel, please like and subscribe and comment us on whatever you want us to bring next time, or if you want to have positive feedback. We're so happy to make some improvements to the channel. If you think there's some new topics that we can discuss, we're open to do that as well. Take care, guys. Have a safe day and stay safe out there with everything that is
Yes, yes.
going on around the
See you
world.
next time,
And be
guys.
positive.
Remember
Be
to like and
positive.
subscribe.
See ya.